Morning. Monday morning. List 5 Live. I've just been looking at virtual backgrounds. Look at this. Instead of like having a Pet Shop Boys box, a petshop.co.uk box, I can change it. Oh, look at my grand piano. Although it does look like I'm kind of phasing in and out of reality. I could blur it as well, but I think we get the same. Phasing in and out. I've been to the quantum realm. So let's just leave it in the pit that we have. And welcome, everyone. Welcome to Monday morning. Just going through I'm going to do a day of completely focused listing, all day listing. Nothing's going to distract me. I'm going to list all day. I'm not going to look at any YouTube videos. I'm not going to go off and play games with the kids, even though they're on half term. They will want to use the computer. I'll get on the laptop. I'm going to focus. Going to do 150 listings. I'm going to be like Mandy. Be like Mandy. Hello, Mandy. Good to see you. Hello. Anomalous data point. Always have problems saying anomalous. Always used to have problems saying phenomenon. I used to say phenomenon. Hello, Sophie. RS. I think it's been shortened. It's been shortened. That has RS. Peter. I was very confused. I was reading your messages this morning. Pete's messaging me. Oh yes, and I thought it was Peter Ray because I didn't really look at it. And then I went to reply a bit later on into my Peter Ray messages, and I thought, where's that message gone? Where's it gone? I was like, hang on a minute. It was old happy chap messaging me. Rosie, good to see you. Chris, good to see you. Banana. Steve-O, Brando, good to see you. Hello, Cud100. Is that a new name? I'm always a little bit wary about saying, is that a new name? Because I've had experience with people say, no, I comment every week and I've been here for 2 years. Hello, Lemonhead. I think that's a fairly rare name. That's a rare. And Vintage Casual. I bagged 3 new ones. Could you believe it? Anyway, good to see everyone who's coming for a bit of a listing on a Monday morning. And turn on the computer, go through my emails, messages. You know, got a little red thing with countless updates. Some of them are sales, but you always fear, oh God, is it a refund? And there's one message here for a black Wii U controller. Hi, were you aware the R button on this gamepad does not work? And the haptic feedback is faulty. Haptic feedback. No clue. What a Harpic bleach. Yes. Haptic feedback. What on earth are they talking about? Let's have a look. Oh, it seems like it's the touchscreen is what he's talking about. Anyway, I was thinking, I haven't sold a Wii U controller for, ages. It is now the 13th of February. It was sold on the 30th of November. Back in the day in 2022. What would you do? Let me know. He could still leave a neg, I think. I think it's 3 months for feedback. So there's that risk. But in terms of refund, he's out of the 30-day window. That's how I see it. So I don't really want to give a refund, but I don't want to get negative feedback. Questions. So yes, my listing has not been that brilliant over the last sort of month or so. Really, I've been doing lots of other stuff, other income streams have been sort of taking my focus. But I want to get back on it, and I want to line a few days up. So I need some focus. Yeah, not that Pete, the other Pete, but not that Pete, the other Pete. Retro Pete. So many Petes. He's always watched my videos for a long time. Reselling part-time. Good to see. You're probably doing as well as I am at the moment, to be honest. Some of these part-timers are doing fantastically well. Normally watching on the TV. Listing. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Vintage Casual. Well, not new at all. It's the waggling sensitivity. Okay. It's all very interesting. Pure Retro, good to see you. For sales, I've got a couple to got to go. I've got a big old leather jacket, which I'm glad to get rid of. I picked up a load of motorbike jackets, and brands weren't brilliant, condition wasn't brilliant, but they were cheap as. I sold one of them for 17 quid, which pretty much pays for all of them. I've got one of the body armor bits up for 30. And that's got interest, and that was in good condition. Hello, Lee. Good to see you. What was I going to talk to Lee about? I can't remember. Probably something to do with gaming, but if I remember, I will message you. I would not refund. Been too long. Yeah, that's kind of what I think. That's what I think. Hello, Lee. Got Lee, Barney McGrew. Hello, everyone. Happy Monday. Mandolin debut time. No, not today. Let's get on with some listing. And I thought I'd always like to think of a bit of a topic to talk about. Normally it's completely controversial, but no harm in talking about these things, is there? If you take it on board that you're probably not right. No one's got a correct opinion. There's no set way. How have you've obviously all been reselling part-time forever, however long. How are your family and friends? How are they about it? Let me know. How do they sort of react to it? Quite interested in that. My family, my dad sort of took an interest, but it was almost every week. What have you sold? What have you sold? So there's that side, but then there was a flip side of when how long are you going to do this? Are you going to get a proper job? Why don't you do it? And all this. But that seems to have stopped now. It went on for about 3 years. So, and let me know how. Friends, what are they? I think definitely when you're running your own business, you do have to commit. I mean, if you're getting up on a 4 o'clock on a Sunday to go to a boot fair, it's very difficult to go out of a weekend, and especially if your sales are low and you've got bills to pay, and it's very, very difficult, and you're quite stressed. I mean, reselling, even though you have the freedom to do stuff, which is great, it's very stressful. And you go from a regular wage to one that varies. It does you get freedom in some ways, but it restricts you in other ways. And I don't think there's the understanding of the stress and the effect it has, and the commitment you have to make. You have to commit to sourcing, because I mean, basically, if you don't source, you're pretty much stuffed. And I mean, for me, like if I'm sourcing once a week, if I miss that week, it's a whole lot of time out. So let me know your thoughts on how your family have been, how your friends have been, and we'll talk about that. Hi, Jason. Do you know if Rosehill Boot Fair? Well, I've heard it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. There was a rumor that it wouldn't be coming back. I spoke to Gandhi, not the Gandhi, and he said no, it's definitely not on, and Crystal Palace isn't on either. So yeah, I love a lurker. I'll tell you what I love more than a lurker: a commenter on the video after it's finished. It helps the old algorithm, even if you just say okay or smiley face or or whatever. One little effort like that makes all the difference in the world to me. So yeah, how many people we've got watching? 46 people watching, 46 comments on the video. Would you believe it? Well, we'll wait and see. Normally I get 2. Can I beat my record of 2? Been told by many family members to get a proper job. They think I'm delusional. Yeah, no, but you're doing. You make sacrifices, and like I made sacrifices. I make sacrifices because I spend more time doing it. I get less money than I was earning before. A lot less money. But it's what I want to do. It's kind of what makes me happy. And of course, I do want to. Sometimes I do want to have a holiday where I can just sort of like chill and turn off from it. And sometimes I do want to go out. Well, all the time I want to go out. I used to be very, very kind of like want to go out, but now if you do that, and then you sort of say, we haven't earned any money this week. It's tricky. So it's difficult to kind of get across the understanding. And like I say, if I'm going to take this period now, okay, coming up to Easter, there's been no boot fairs on. It's not like I've been sourcing and I've got a huge backlog. The cupboard is bare. And if you suddenly sort of go, oh no, I'm going to sack off doing that and I'm going to, go out and party, it's really hard. And also, I'm not 25. But yeah, it's difficult. Derek, good to see you. Derek's working on his shed. Been shed vlogs. I think there's about 4 shed vlogs. Family are supportive. Trouble is, family and friends will say, "Hey, I have loads of crap you can sell for me." That's not a bad thing, actually. I sold my mod steam agent and went to Australia through global shipping. Who'd have thought that? Oh, well, I never would have guessed it in a million years. Gary, good to see you. Hope you're well. I don't really have any friends. Is this what reselling does to you? Just people I bump into now and again who I went to school with. Well, yeah, my friends are people I went to school with. But I've never really been a people person. Yeah, well, that's fine. I'm kind of quiet. I don't, I don't feel the need to sort of. I used to want to go out all the time. I remember when I was in my sort of 20s, I'd be ringing around organising people, and then it's sort of like a lot of my friends kind of got married, had kids, and that sort of like phase of going out a lot kind of ended. Even though I was sort of like single at the time, and I'd be ringing people, and I had to find my own kind of a Friday night. I knew I wasn't going to go down the pub and like I normally did every weekend in my 20s. And I was on my own, and you kind of like have to find a way of, finding stuff to do. And, situations change all the time. So, yeah. I have moved anyway, but we'll hopefully see you at Hook sometime. Yeah, hopefully so. Hello, Matt. Boston, USA. He appreciates how I shoot straight. I'm a straight shooter. Down in Boston, I used to know someone in Boston, used to go to university with someone, friend of a friend, was from Boston. She had dyed red hair, called Nico, she was, I think. I think initially you just meet you start to wonder if you can do it, but then they see you're making a decent living. Well, hopefully, anyway, hopefully. But I think you always keep the sort of stress. If someone sort of says, how's it going, and you've got to be, if you're in a kind of like difficult time with sales or stock or whatever, a lot of my mates take the mick, and if they like last few times I've been out for a curry or whatever, it's almost the same conversation going around again and again. So like they'll say, what do you sell? And then you might mention, oh, I sold a puzzle the other day. And I think I've had this kind of like, oh, you sell puzzle, I'm going to buy a puzzle off you. And it's a joke. It's a joke. But when it's, when you've heard, that joke isn't funny anymore kind of thing. It's, you don't, it's very difficult to get a serious conversation about reselling, because kind of what my family want to do is sort of say, oh, is it really what you want to do? Why don't you get a proper job? And kind of mates, whatever, will just, inevitably end up taking the mickey, because that's kind of, when you go out, the majority of time is taking a pee out of each other. And that's not just me, it'll be everyone. So, but yeah, like I say, if you are actually quite stressed about your situation, it's not as, working for yourself and trying to earn a living for yourself is not the same as being mollycoddled in a company who pay you a regular wage. It is difficult. You don't have that security. So yeah, it's a very little understanding of that sort of situation. But it's just the way it is, really. My family are supportive of my reselling. My dad sells the odd thing on eBay, and we share posting duties. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. They think you're awesome. Well, everybody thinks you're awesome. Yeah, definitely. Oh, well, it's good that we've got some new people in, and or people who don't comment that often. That's very, very welcome. Thank you very much. Good morning. Good to see you. Hope I haven't missed anyone. Let's get on with some listing. Chris is in, and another Chris is in. The simple fact is, only people who understand the mechanics of business will ever understand what you do. Yeah, and yeah, possibly, and the kind of stress. Not majorly stress. I'm not that kind of guy, but yeah. Don't waste your time trying to make this. Well, I don't normally. Yeah, yeah. It's just interesting how other people react. I used to have friends when I was working full time. Thing is, you don't go to the workplace. Everyday life and work gets in the way. Yeah, everyday life does get in the way. I mainly message people who go to boot sales now. Yeah. Hello, Ian. Good to see you. My God, I just saw tubs and tubs on your thumbnail. I will watch that video later. I've got a haul video as well. Any drama in the chat? Well, I'm talking about how your friends and family react to you reselling. Parents, close friends, whatever. Let me know. That's the only drama. I thought I'd been a bit too controversial. I don't think we've had any controversy in the reselling world this week. But if you do want to talk about the reselling, what is it, roadshow or sponsorships or anything like that, chuck the grenade in. Yeah, why not? I mean, really, I was thinking about that, and there should be no. You shouldn't feel like you can't talk about it. I mean, even if I say, "Oh, I don't agree that they're doing that," or someone else says it, it's just their opinion, and nobody should take offence. And because anything I say is like, oh well, I'm not saying that anyone on the roadshow shouldn't do it. Good for them that they are doing it. Good for them that they're trying it. I shouldn't say that anyone shouldn't do sponsorship. Good for them that they're trying it. All I can sort of say is, I mean, with the sponsorship, I was very much like, I really don't know whether I'd do that because I've never been asked. But I think my brain came to the conclusion of I might do if I believed in the product, which is kind of like fair enough. And similarly, the roadshow, don't know. Depends what it is. But I'm not going to begrudge anyone else's, their view or opinion or their choice. It's too close to home. I've been watching the Horrible Histories Charles Dickens song this morning for some reason. Oh, brilliant, because we've been watching Ghosts, and it's that lot. Faye and Simon. Right, let's get. I really do want to list some stuff. So what are we? Almost 20 minutes in. It's Faye. No, I can't believe it's Faye. Good to see you, Faye. I lost my job. Had to go from part-time to full-time. Refused to sign on. Yeah. Well, I'm kind of the same. Try and review your listings that you've got on regularly. Fiddle with them every day, and put on new stuff. But it is hard. It is hard, and I do appreciate it's stressful. Hello, Phil. Yeah. Well, I've only just set it up. That's why. Right. Lots of comments. How many people laughed at Chris Dawson when he started out his market stall? Yeah, well, you can go from 0 to hero quite quickly. Yeah, I do look at it like that. Yeah. I think you should. Unless it's, I think you've got to definitely look at what it is. We wouldn't just do it if it ends up having a detrimental effect. Or even if you think that, it's not something you believe in. Yeah, everyone's different. But yeah. And with things like courses, I was talking about courses last week. If there was a quality kind of course that you sold and you put a lot of time and effort into preparing videos for how to do stuff, yeah, why not? When chatting reselling, I'm always surprised how many people casually use eBay to sell bits on Marketplace. Yeah, I did definitely more these days. Definitely more these days. Right, I do want to get on some listings. Sorry if I missed any chat. If you really want me to talk about it, put it in like repeat it again. Put it in capital letters. Let's have a look at a couple of things that I picked up from the boot fair, and I thought, did I pay too much? Got Crash Bandicoot on the PS1. This used to be good. Box is good condition. This woman, I've got 3 things from her here. You'll see them on a haul video. She was not coming down in price. She obviously is a bit of a seller. Light wear on that. I will check it out. But she wasn't coming down from a £5. I even said $14.99 in my desperation. Don't think I got that on camera. But how much is it worth? Oh, just sold something else. Fantastic. What have I sold? Oh, a replacement CD. That's not very good. Oh, well, you know, all the pennies will make a pound. Right. Crash Bandicoot Warped. Crash Bandicoot 3. So, yeah, this woman, I was talking to her about Crash Bandicoot, and I said, oh, yeah, these used to be good, but not so good anymore. As in, I mean, a few years ago, Nick did a video, like he sold a few of them, and he got good money. And I sold a batch of them and made some good money. I remember I bought 3 of these, and I bought them for about like 15 quid each at the boot fair. So hopefully a £5 is not too bad. But we shall see. We'll see how the price has changed in the last few years. £12.50 free postage. Crash Bandicoot Warped for PS1. That looks like a different disc. This is platinum, which probably makes it worse. £12.99, £3 postage. Yeah, bought it for a £5. On £21.99. So the range, as usual, range is all over the place. Let's put it on buy it now. £12.99 free postage with £3.5. So 16 quid all in. £12.71. £21.99 with £1.50 postage. Actually, Jack's in the chat. Jack, for God's sake, just give me a price on this, will you? It's a lightweight to disc. I mean, nothing major, but it looks like there's a fine little scratches all over it. Right. What else we got? Many of my friends' family think this is a hobby for me. They think I have all the free time in the world. Yeah, very true. Yeah. 7 figures a month. 7 figures a month. Wow. Reseller summit, no need. All the info. Yeah, a lot of people say that. It depends on the quality, to be honest. If it's like mind-blowingly good, but then I think it's still not the sort of thing that would appeal to someone who's been reselling for a long time. It is the target market is people coming in going, how do you do it? How do you do it? You know, definitely. I hope they get value for money. So one thing I hope the value for money is there. And I can't say whether it will be or whether it won't be. So, yeah. I used to get a lot of Crash back along. I assume the re-release of the PS4 affected the price. I don't know. Everybody thinks I can just have a day off when I want. Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Right, what should we go for on this then? £10, £10. I'm kind of thinking 16. I'll go £15.99 free post, I think. So that, I think it will go small parcel. I don't know if I can. I mean, I'd like to bubble wrap that. It's one of these. It's quite close. Any gaming people, PS1 games, how do you pack? I could do cardboard. What did I say? $15.99 free post. Yeah, if you are watching, leave do leave a comment now. Any old rubbish will do. I'll have a comment. Save that for later. So that was item one I got off. Couldn't even get a penny off. And then I got these, two of these. Are they the same? No, not quite the same. N-gauge. We've got a whole box of these that aren't kind of shifting that I got pretty cheap, I think. I got like about £3 each. I think they will go eventually. I've sold one for like 15 quid. So let's have a look. Hornby Mini Tricks. N-gauge. I mean, it's the sort of thing I'm not going to turn down if it's not like a crazy price, but I've just got a feeling this isn't going to be good money. Let's have a look. Come on, eBay. Someone's trying to get £10 on bids plus £5 postage, £12 on bids. So, okay, but have we got any solds? Have we got any solds? We've got two Hornby Mini Tricks N-gauge 303 and 306, which is exactly what I've got. £28 plus £3.35 postage. Well, I'm going to go exactly for that. $27.99, £3.75 postage. Or shall I go $29.99 free post? I'll go $29.99 free post. A little bit cheaper. Hopefully get it gone. Do I turn my offers off? I think I might do. I might do like turn offers off for the first month. And we'll see how that goes. Save that for later. Both in the same listing. I thought that was going to be two listings. It's only one. What else we got? That's two done. See how quick it can be. Did someone mention high soul steps? I thought someone was mentioning Soul to Soul there. Oh no, not Soul to Soul. De La Soul. The guy from De La Soul died this morning. Very sad. Used to get a lot for Crash. Oh, I've read that already. Where have we got to? Truth Teller, £15 for Crash Bandicoot plus postage, and not free postage. So what did I do? $15.99. How much postage would you charge? Oh, £1.50. Let me know, Truth. That'd be good. I'll keep it at $15.99 free post. That's pretty much in the ballpark. In a large letter box. I don't have any large letter boxes. Maybe it's one to order from eBay. I'm assuming they have them. I send PS1 games in a small box. Will get smashed in a jiffy bag. Yeah, I would. I think what I will try and do is small bubble wrap, if I have any, because I tend to only get the large. Single layer cardboard, crisp box, single wall cardboard, and then a poly. But yeah, George. Oh, here we go. I usually take the reselling. It usually takes the reselling community. Now, this is obviously George is involved in a lot of sponsorship, and I think he's doing the road show. So yeah, change is tricky. And people don't like change. People didn't like people coming on YouTube talking about boot fairs and what pickups you've got. So you've got to think, if people are criticizing any of this stuff, is it that they just don't like the change? And some people have made the jump. It's hard, and I can see that it's a difficult situation. And like I say, I think all anyone can say is what they would do at the current time. And I wouldn't do sponsorship, but anyone else, it's obviously their decision. So it takes the reselling community 2 or 3 years to catch up with current YouTube social media things being monetized on YouTube. Memberships again, my my kind of view in it is it'd be silly for me to do memberships at the moment. I think memberships have been around for a couple of years. I don't think I've got enough of a following. I think I said 5,000 or 3,000 subs. I mean, I can't seem to get to 3,000 subs, and I'd only want to do it if I could provide that extra little bit of quality. But anyone else, go for it. Video sponsors, meetup, summits. So yeah, maybe there is some truth. Maybe in 5 years' time, we'll be going, why were we all so bothered about reseller summits or whatever? And we just don't know, do we? You just don't know. Listening while on a bus. Fantastic. Any old rubbish? I don't know what that refers to. Every single time someone tries to do something new, and George would obviously know because he's a bit of a pioneer in a lot of these things, it will get shut down, I think he means. Give it a bit of time and it's suddenly normal. Yeah, well, there's probably some truth in that. There's probably some truth. I think as shut down, it's not shut down. I think as long as nobody's being hurt or nobody's being sort of slated, live and let live kind of thing. Live and let live. But understand that people have their opinion as well. Fair enough that people. I mean, you get it on here. People will sort of say, "Oh, that's a load of blah, 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 blah." Fair enough, they think that. Thanks, George. Thanks for the comments. I didn't know he watched. Look at that. Top YouTuber watching my little channel. Fantastic. One thing I did notice, I went full-time. All my brand knowledge and confidence left me. Confidence is a huge thing. At boot fairs, you don't find anything. You're like, what's going on? Have I lost it? Have I not been paying attention? It was like starting again. Yeah, when the pressure's on. Because you kind of think, I have to. And then you might start doing desperate buys. And you get home and I bought a power bank this week, 10 quid. I looked it up. I don't think I can sell it. I will keep it for myself. Always useful to have. But I was like, mistake. I made a mistake there. Bubble wrap and cardboard in a poly. Yeah, that'll do. I might get some large letter boxes, though. Might be a good idea. All parcels packed and shipped. Should be outsourcing. Currently sat on my sofa watching you. You don't want to watch me. Good God, no. Right, there's loads of comments. Philip Parsons, watch your videos from the beginning. Find it intriguing how you resellers do this full time. I'm a self-employed roofer, 64 this year, so would be good when too old to work. Well, I think the one big thing to get over is, for me personally, is boom and bust. And at the moment, or feast and famine, I should say. And at the moment, I'm in a kind of like the famine period. But after Easter, get more into the feast. Definitely have fingers in lots of pies, lots of income streams. Like I say, I only really talk about eBay, but do sort of set up other things. And a lot of the resellers, we were sort of like mentioning about other stuff you can do. So obviously, Amazon, other reselling platforms is the obvious one. But I always think sourcing is the key. Sourcing well. Right. Sorry, a lot of this I don't know what you're talking about, but yeah, I'll agree with you, Gary. Just don't start making your own reselling energy drink. Yeah, that's something, isn't it? That would be good. I should do a bloopers video. Well, a lot of my bloopers are just like I start talking and then go, oh, I sound like a tit. That happens quite a lot. Yeah, any old rubbish. Backs to basics. Simples. Yeah. I'll tell you what, when you kind of like struggling to get things done, it's definitely backs to basics. Sorry, that's an old Viz character. I'm finding it really struggle to list. Oh, I seem like I'm snowed under. Get one thing, put it on eBay, put that on your little storage shelves, and then, take a deep breath and just take another thing and put it on eBay, which is what I should be doing. If a reseller shows a bolo, you can store it in your brain as a possible item to look for. If you can remember, probably never find it anyway, but it is good. They can inspire others to start selling. You have ups and downs in reselling. I kind of sometimes think, oh God, I'm doing videos, and like a lot of the people who watch my videos are local people who go to my boot fairs. So I kind of think, oh, should I be showing this and that? But there's a lot of stuff out there. I guess that 90% of folk I see at the boot sales auctions, while resellers aren't involved in the online reselling community. Yeah, a lot of the best resellers I know you won't see on YouTube at all. George is always trying new things. There's probably going to be plenty more in the future. God, what would that be? Space age reselling, a hologram of George beamed into your front room. Yeah, who knows? What are the things that we haven't thought about? Interesting. James has Nick Hills on. I think it's tonight. Everybody watch it. I don't know if you know Nick Hills. He's a new up-and-coming reseller. I've had my fair share of famine on eBay. Yeah, we all have ups and downs. And like I say, if it's ups and downs, then, other income streams, go for it. Go for it. I love people's opinions, and what I really hope for this channel is that nobody's frightened to voice an opinion, their own opinion, but on the flip side, no one's offended or deeply offended by an opinion. I don't mind if you comment on like how I resell, because I know I'm not perfect. So nobody take offense, but nobody feel restricted in commenting. I'm in a different mind. If you feel confident, you should focus on one thing until it is stable and can sustain itself before moving into other things. Oh yeah, I'm not really like that. I kind of like, well, I suppose I do have my certain things I will get, but I can't get enough of them. If I could go out and get, I picked up a PS4 this week, and if I could pick up 10 of those every day, it'd be fine. But yeah, I will go out and buy like a power bank. It's not going to make me any money, like an idiot. It's all bloopers on this channel. Very true, Johnny Fart. We've got Johnny Fart Pants and Backs to Basics, classics of his characters. Morning, Pedro. Andrea, stop it, really. Nick and Andrea. I think it's Nick. Don't put limits on what you can achieve is something I believe in. Do what's good for you. Yeah. And of course, with eBay, with the whole YouTube and reselling, some people are very ambitious and be like, yeah, I want to be the best. I want to be 6-figure reseller. I want to be 7-figure reseller. I want to push it. Other people are just like, I'm doing this so, I can work when I want to, have the control of putting in the effort, relaxing, having the free time. And a lot of people are in between. So Amazon's doing well, but eBay is defo infinite for me at the moment. Are you going to Bolton? Terrible accent. I apologise. I don't know why I did that. Bolos have a shelf life. Yeah, very true. I don't think a Chewbacca mask would get you much money these days. Yeah, Nick's doing very well. Oh, he's doing well. That's good when you get a good old haul and it goes. Question of sport. Yeah, I sold 2 Mike Tyson cards for, I think it was 65. I didn't go for big money, but I was hadn't paid £1 for the Question of Sports. I think I got a couple of other Question of Sports which I sourced, and then the bottom fell out of the market. I do need to check the Prince Philip cards, but they're just sort of sitting around. I finally saw an Ashes DVD in the wild. Tom's got loads. Funny thing is, I know Faye and Simon people take the mickey out of the Ashes DVD, but apparently they do sell on Amazon quite well. But they said this about a year ago, so again that could have changed. But you're looking at a tenner. So Tom's got about like 50 of them. That could be 500 quid sold. But he knows his Amazon. Fortunately, he's having a bit of trouble at the moment. Do check out Tom the English Picker. Master of Trade or Jack of all trades. Yeah, everyone's different. I respect everyone who does this as a job. The trouble is, it's hard enough as it is. We should all support each other, really, and accept that people have different ways of doing it. And it may not be the way you do it, but it's not to say it's not right for them. Right. The UK reseller groups are toxic. Facebook is quite a hard place, definitely. And sometimes I'm tempted to just say, come on, live and let live. I normally end up not saying anything. YouTube, WhatsApp groups are generally quite pleasant. Although I'm not a member of many. I talk to about probably less than 10 resellers, just on messaging, either on WhatsApp or Facebook. I'm in one reseller group, which has got about a dozen people in, I think. And that's, very nice. Bit of Mickey taking here and there, but, the support is there, which is good. 6-figure seller. Yes, not action figures. Pure Retro. The decline in the use of cash since COVID could see the slow decline of the humble boot sale. Quite possibly, but I'm sure people will find a way around. I'll say what I think, and I love a debate. Me too. I love stirring the pot because it's interesting. And discussion, of course, is good to chat things out and still have different opinions. It's fine. Yeah. Just imagine if we all, someone did something and everyone went, yes, we agree with that. Yeah, great chat. You are stopping me from listing things, but great chat. Keep me company during breakfast. Veranda Files. Is that a new name? If it's a new name, you must put a comment in. It's the law. Comment in the video. Everybody has to put a comment in. Amazon have been suppressing the buy box at over £10. I was talking to someone about Amazon getting the buy box. It's frustrating. Georgie's in. Pure Retro is playing reseller bingo. Who do you need? I might be able to message them. Peter Ray's not in. Variations on the theme of the 7 basics. Oh, Nas, Cinema Music is opening the door to his cryptic, The Magnificent Seven. This must be it's probably in some like guru book of reselling of the 7 basics you need to be a good reseller. If only he just spelled it out in plain English. Facebook has always been toxic. Yeah, tricky place. Right, I'm not at the bottom of the chat. Who's missing? Don't do it how I do it, but I do find it helps to find that bargain every now and again, then to prove you still got it yourself. A £90 bread bin. We bought a very expensive bread bin. Liz got it in a charity shop. I think it costs about £8 new. She picks it up for a few quid. But we use it to put our phones in to charge. It's got glass frontage. Very nice. Very nice. Take advice with a pinch of salt. It can be all wrong. It may not apply to you depending on what's available in your area. Yeah. I've got a dry throat. Right, I've got to stop talking. I also need a drink. What shall I list? I've got to list something. Let's list this. This. I cleaned it the other day. It was filthy dirty. Filthy. Took the legs off. I sold one before Christmas. Didn't get as much as I thought they might be worth, but vintage Attack Walker. Always wanted one of those as a kid. Never got one. Hello, another notification. Another notification on eBay. It's for the Instax. It's time to play the game. Do I accept the offer or do I counter? The item is Fuji Instax camera. So, Neil, your expertise. It is up for $26.99 free post. The offer is, and bear in mind, most people say take the offer. It's up for $26.99. I have been offered £15. This is free post. Accept or counter? I don't. And if you're countering, tell me how much you'd counter. I don't normally decline. I always counter. Let me know in the chat. No matter what you say, I know what I'm going to do. I think it's a derisory offer. Derisory. I'm going back with a high counter. $24.99. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Bloody cheek. Counter, £20 plus P&P. Well, it's free post. So, you know, that's $24.99. £4 for the postage. That's around about the same one. 21 counter. Now I've got, it's just taking the mickey. $24.99. Terrible, really. I shouldn't do that. Right. Instax wide. Is it working? Yeah, it's working. Don't sell for less than 30. Well, it's an Instax 100. I listed it last week, so it should be around here somewhere. But it isn't. I'll tell you what, this thing, the Fine Picks, it didn't work. Broken CCD thing, just a white. You can see the pictures on the memory card, but when you come to take a picture, it's all white. Thankfully, I bought it for £6. One of the memory cards, the lower memory card, sold for a tenner. So it's paid. I'm selling the case as well separately for a £5. It's a good question, Chris. I really want to keep it forever. You know, I want to keep all my stuff. I want to treasure my precious things. No, I do want to sell it. I do want to sell it. You're quite right. But what can I say? It's just people rile me. As you know, someone mentioned the other day, I tune in for the passive aggressiveness. So there's your weekly dose of passive aggression. This new Jeremy Paxton format of the Draft 5 Live is a winner. Yeah, let's. I'll just keep repeating the question again and again. 17, 18, take it. Oh, not for free post, really. I think I've got to be getting like, £20 out of it. Oh, cameras, I have a few hundreds to test and list. And VHSs, why did I ever listen to George? Well, reel-to-reels are all right, aren't they? I'll give you £10, but promise to comment on every future video. A tempter. It's a tempter. Right. So the ATAT. I'm being distracted again. Broken guns. I sold one. No, you can break them down. The trouble is breaking it down. They just take blooming ages to sell. I used to break down Millennium Falcons. How much are the side guns? I might try 60. I paid a tenner for it. The other one I got for just a few quid. How much did I sell my other one for? I think it might have been a few months ago, so I don't even know if it will still be here. Let's have a look. I've got 60 in my head. No, it's over 3 months ago. I'd have to look it up on an old invoice or an old download. I'm going to try 60, I think, plus postage, plus 750 postage. Star Wars AT-AT Muddy Feet Edition Lights and Sound Hasbro 97. No. This is vintage. Vintage Star Wars AT-AT. Yeah, let's try that one. 60 quid. I think it might be a little bit much. 30 plus post or whatever that stands for. Neil and Angela. Yeah, Neil and Angela are great. They sell those broken Monopoly boards and old men's shoes. I always wanted an AT-AT. Yeah, I did as well. We was pointing out I didn't have an AT-AT or a Millennium Falcon. I had an X-Wing and a Land Speeder. $59.99. And cross that up later. I've got a load more of these at the weekend as well. Travel plugs. I bought 5 of them. And I had some before and been doing okay, but I couldn't. The guy, I was talking to the guy I bought them. I said, yeah, they've done all right. He goes, how much did they sell for? 20? I can't remember. In my head, I think it's around about 15. But I've just got to change the amount, which is handy. So let's have a look at my orders for that. So I bought these for £6 each. If I'm selling them for $7.99, I will not be happy. Let's have a look. No, I'm selling them for 15 plus postage. So I'm buying them for 6. I mean, it's not a brilliant flip, but it's a multi-listing. Perhaps I should put the price up. Let me just do a quick, so I know I've got one left. Scross Adapter Pro. People going on holiday. It might be the time to, yeah, 20 quid someone's selling one for. 26. Oh, God, I'm a bloody bargain warehouse. UK only. 64. Can't be the same one. So always try and review your price on a regular. Have I got the model number here? Let's revise the listing. Let's have a look at what I got. Come on, eBay. Right. Maybe I should put it up to $19.99. Got an EAN. EAN. Let's stick that in the search and see if it can find anything apart. No, it's only found my listing. Brilliant. Got an MPN. MPN. Is it going to give me anything apart from my listing? No, just my listing. I'm going to put the price up by £5. Cheeky. And I'm going to change my quantity to 6. And we're going to see how that does. Price to sell. Just under the market. Well, the market seems to be all over the place. Yeah, what type of adapter is it? Well, I'll show you. It's all sorts. How do you open the box? How do you open the box without ruining the box? Perhaps I should just share my screen and show you the listing. It's probably the best thing to do. View listing. Pictures. Right. Here we are. Present. Share screen. Scross adapter. Let's get rid of me. So there's this. My pictures are not very good. It's to do with the room I'm in. there's net curtains in there, which I have to. It diffuses light diffusion. Now, someone could probably tell me all about this, but it's what is it facing? West facing. It's just not good. Like all the white walls all over the place. Not great. But what am I doing? Pressing the arrow on StreamYard. So it's that BS13632. That's probably what it is. That's the top. That's the other side. So it's all sorts. You can change little bits and bobs there. A couple of USB chargers, and it's shell branded, which is a bit peculiar. But yeah, there we go. Right. I can start my own car booting something. That's a good idea. Now, I saw something about Happy Chat being in pain. After you've done, I'm down the charity shop to donate stock as I've given up, plus a few buys. Oh, on stock you've given up on. I thought you'd given up reselling. I know you're paying. Took down 20 items yesterday. It messes with your store. Yeah, it's true, and I don't do enough of that. I need to cut the dead wood. Cut the dead wood. Is that blurry, or have I not sobered up? Well, I'm putting on the background effect. Yeah, no, it is terrible. Terrible. I think I need a new. It's not my camera, although my phone isn't the best in the world. It's the room. As a buyer, I don't understand what those photos are showing. Well, they're showing the item, Kath. I'm a bit confused by that. What do you want the photos to show? I'll give up, Gary. I think we've all been there. What can I say? Yeah, couldn't make your own decision about that, unfortunately. Can't give up reselling. Or Jeff B will chain you to the Amazon warehouse mines. Turn the lights out. Yeah. Perhaps it should be like this. Ooh. You do thumbnail face. Perhaps I'll give that a go. Who knows? What else we got? How long we got to do? We've got 2 minutes left. I've done the ATA. I've done 2 trains. I've done Crash Bandicoot. I've done a cross adapter. What do I want to do? I still haven't put those Liverpool tops on. And I should do that today. Let's have a look at this. This is a Ramones shirt. I managed to add to a Liverpool bundle, too big for me. Huge. It's a farewell tour. 1995. Quite old. Very good condition for a 30-year-old T-shirt. Hey ho, let's go. Ramones, 1995. So this was probably it got added into a bundle. And I think I got 15 Liverpool tops. There was a Ajax top and 3 band tees, and it cost me 40 quid. So it was under £3 each. Have a look. Not a lot of money on the Ramones t-shirts, which is quite surprising. Ramones are a great band. And I cannot find that t-shirt. Gutted, obviously. Come on, Come on, eBay, make it obvious. No, nothing there. Nothing on the solds. I always want to see exactly the same product. All right, let's have a look at the actives. Ah, there's one, exactly the same. £26.99 plus postage. Plus £4.45 postage, taking it to a grand total of £31.44. But someone else is selling it for £11.99 free post, and someone else is selling it for £17.99 plus £3.50 postage, and nobody has sold it. Okay, mine's a large. What we got? We've got a medium, and we've got an extra small, which is the most expensive one. Are you crazy? And we've got a 2XL, which doesn't look in great condition. I'm going to go the same price. So what we got is the extra small is £26.99 plus £4.45 postage. They're in a dream world. The X2XL is £11.99 free post. It looks in bad condition. That's dirt cheap. 2XL is, you know, that's going to be huge, seeing as this is L and huge. And we've got the medium for £17.99 plus £3.49 postage. So I'm going to match that. I'm going to go £3. My postage is £3.79, but it's there or thereabouts. So we shall take a lovely photo of that later. Let's stick it on for £17.99 and see how we go. £17.99 plus £3.79 postage, and it will go large letter. But yeah, it's got £3.79 postage. If it doesn't sell, I'll probably adjust it down to £19.99 free post or something in there. So that's a large size. Right, we are coming to the end. Like I say, do comment on the video. Like I say, the lives never seem to get many comments, so that would be fantastic if you all just said any old rubbish. A lot of modern repros of the Ramones. Yeah, it could be. I'm not going to put vintage in the title. I'll just say what it is. Ramones Farewell Tour 1995 T-shirt. Although the guy I bought it off had loads of original stuff, but he could have bought a repro. Yeah, exactly. I remember when the Fools and Horses episode came, when they went to Holland, and the only Dutch Tell knew was, he probably said Ajax, didn't he? To Hullenbach. That was to do with diamond smuggling, so as I remember. Boise finish. No, not a Boise finish. If someone is searching for a travel adapter, I reckon they've nailed the story already, to be fair. Well, hopefully. Andy's loving it. I imagine Andy is either an Everton fan or maybe a Man U fan. But I don't know. Yeah. As long as Sutton United are doing all right, that's all I worry about. Okay, everyone. Thanks for another great chat. It's great to hear your opinions on everything. Great to, you know, have the understanding of other resellers doing stuff. And like I say, even though you might not do it yourself or not agree, it takes different strokes to rule the world. Yes, it does. So yes, live and let live, and have a great time reselling this week. I'm putting together a haul video, so that'll be like Sunday's haul that I got yesterday, which was sort of like a mixed bag really, but not too bad. And Dave just popped up. Yeah, what time do you call this? Have a great week. Do comment, and I will see you soon. Take it easy. Bye.